Welcome. Thanks for joining me for Pathfinder Kingmaker. We just met Knock Knock here, who's tied up to this stake here in the Goblin Village, and we sent him back to Tuskdale, I guess. He joined our party, but we didn't keep him here with us, so I'm assuming he'll be back there. We just need to finish kind of checking out this rest of this area, and then we will head back to Tuskdale as well. Our advisors are ready to meet with us to talk about this monster issue. Any of these goblins want to talk? Huddled behind the statue of Lamashtu, a batch of goblins cast angry glances at you, muttering threats and curses. One of them, apparently the bravest, steps out, shaking his fist, and howls at you in a quavering voice. You do not dare come closer. We catch one of your kind before. Lamashtu cursed him, a terrible curse. She do same to you. He's just trembling with fear. He points his finger at the corpse of goblin you killed. See how goddess punishes the blasphemes? You run now, or she get you too. Ha. Yeah, now I'm scared. What will Lamashtu do? Send another owlbear for us to skin? Haha, these pests are funny. Let's fry them. What are you waiting for? Kill these miscreants. Let's move on. I'm fed up with this garbage heap. We heard him using a lot. Don't be frightened. We're friends.
It is done.
It's kind of interesting that Jaethal wants to kill them.
Is such a frivolous term.
She's neutral evil.
Immortal, eternal, everlasting.
Like the response, the neutral evil response there was to let them go, I think.
No stopping now.
Everything in here.
Onwards.
Okay, I was gonna say, I think maybe there were more monsters out here. We might as well take care of them.
Serves you right.
We're getting sort of low on spells here. Deo's still got quite a bit of use.
Tear them apart!
Unworthy.
You deserved it.
We'll get these monsters cleared out. Anything else here at this area, and then head back to Tuskdale and see what our advisors have to say about the situation. But I guess we've basically determined that the goblins don't have anything to do with the monster problem, and neither did the cultists.
Wretched things.
So I don't know if we're back to square one as far as figuring out what's causing the issue. Okay.
What's that?
March on.
Hey Jumbo, come here, I'll punch you hard. He's talking to us? You lame potion gulper.
Please.
No stopping now.
Okay. We'll bite.
How curious.
You're just trying to draw us into the traps.
Applause, please. Anything else?
It is done.
What a surprise.
If you're just trying to draw us into these traps you've set here,
Applause,
I don't think it's
please.
gonna
Follow
work.
me.
Something gonna come crashing out of this hut?
No stopping now.
Ouch, hee hee, can't believe it, he passed all the traps. The goblin taps his fingers together as if it helps him think. Beads of sweat are forming on his brow. What I do now, I do. Congratulations, Shanks. You passed my first test. And for that, he begins drumming his fingers again, and a bead of sweat builds, one becoming so large it begins to curl his ear down. For that, you get a gift. Wait here, I bring it right away. I'll be back before you know it. The goblin begins backing away, wiping his shaky hands over his rags. Little pest, I'll cut you in half. Jaethal reaches for a weapon. Had your fun yet? Because it's my turn now. You tried to kill us with your traps. I think we'll just take care of you.
Despicable.
Everybody else seems inclined to do that.
Your life ebbs low.
Hard to hit, little bugger.
This is where I step in.
Advance.
What a waste.
Bring it!
Serves you right.
Jeez, people, come on. There we go. Okay. Anything more back here? There was that chest down there we need to open. Metal shard of a ring.
March on.
We got a merchant over here. Don't mind if we just help ourselves to your inventory there first. As you approach, the goblin stands, grinning with wide yellow teeth almost as sharp as his eyes are. You notice a large dirty sack behind him, which you almost mistook for a second goblin. Ah, an adventurer, greet and welcomes. I twerk, a buyer. I sell, I trade, whatever you sword swingers need. I offer. Want to buy something? I can see it in your eyes. Yes, you do. Just 5 money pieces. Not got that much? 10 then. No? Twist my wrists, I give you discount. Just half. Half 100. So have a deal? 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 He sticks out his palm, trying to shake your hand. Why even talk to these vermin? Just cut them up and forget about them. How's the merchant trade here? Not good. One can't trade with them. They know money, not a single slivs, shiny or copper circle. Only teeth, rocks. Hey, what about you? You have money? But maybe you try fool me. See wares, take wares, run. If so, I'd be seeing money first. Show me your wares. We could sell you this armor. I don't think we need it. Maybe hang on to that one. He's got camping supplies. How are we doing on those? Could buy a few. Some cooking ingredients. Fearsome Mace of Twerk. 1 to 6 damage. Whoa, I just realized how much he's selling those for. Okay, we don't need them that badly. You can buy this armor from us. Might have to work on your prices there if you want to get any business. Okay, it looks like that's pretty much it. I guess we could maybe get to this area. Can we get out of here? Oh, that is so gross, even when it's dead, laying there. Ugh.
It is done.
So disgusting. I hate any kind of snake. Those things are like multiple snakes. Okay, I think we're done here. Poor Valerie. She's not beautiful anymore. Okay. Back to Tuskdale it is.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
I wonder if this is going to take us right into a meeting, or if we have to initiate something for that.
I'm hungry. When we...
Looks like we're right in it. Throne room is full of people. Your allies stand around the throne, waiting in silence as you approach. The atmosphere is tense. Today you'll be discussing the strange and deadly blight that's recently struck your barony. Knock Knock's here. The gloomy silence is only penetrated by loud chewing. Knock Knock has grabbed a whole fried chicken from the table and is busily devouring it, ignoring everyone else completely. Jod folds his hands on his chest. Well, now that we're all here, let's sum up what we know. We've each spent a lot of time and effort to learn what we can about where the monsters come from, and what's causing this strange disease. I hope this conversation can help shed some light on the situation. Keston shakes his head slowly. We need to hurry. If we don't find the source of this blight and eliminate it, we may end up with a rebellion on our hands. Let's summarize what we've found up to this point. Jod, the surgery showed that it was magic seeds causing the disease, correct? Right. Judging from the location in the patient's bodies, these seeds were ingested. It seems likely that they were initially extremely small, almost invisible, and people simply swallow them with their food. Once the seed is in the stomach, it begins to grow and cause the symptoms we've seen in our patients. As soon as the seed gains enough strength, it sprouts and turns into a magic portal, just like a bud turning into a flower. Aristil, forgive me. Something must have possessed me to say that. It really does look like blooming. Each seed tears the body of its victim just as a flower tears its bud. Keston, we discovered that the Lamashtu cultists weren't involved with the monster infestation. It doesn't mean they're innocent of other crimes, but the monster invasion at least is not their work. Hearing the name Lamashtu draws Knock-Knock's attention. Mother is not to blame here, told you, but who listens to me? Goblins obviously like having all these monsters around. To them, it's like a sign of Lamashtu's benevolence. Keston grunts. I'd say they're just excited by anything new that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they're linked to this story somehow, but I doubt the seeds were created by goblin shamans. Besides, a plan like this seems a little beyond the local goblin chief's intelligence. Knock-Knock raises his head. Know what I think? I think Goblin King is rotten lice scratcher. Shaman plays him like reed pipe, babbles about Lamashtu, then plots behind his back. Could you tell me where these monsters come from, Tristan? The ones that appear because of this bloom? Tristan raises his eyes from the papers on the table. Undoubtedly from some world alien to our own. All the monsters appearing from the bloom are exceptionally large and strong. It would be rare to encounter such specimens in the Stolen Lands, or even on most of Galarian, but it's impossible to say what it is that lies on the other side of the portals that's intent on killing your people. So the bloom's essential properties are strange seeds getting into people's bodies, which causes their disease and eventually creates magic portals. Now we just need to discover where the seeds are coming from. Tristan, who'd been examining the map on the table from the shadows, gives a small cough. If I may, I've noticed an interesting detail. Well, two details, to be precise. First, the seeds afflict mostly the villagers. There have been no recorded cases of disease within the city limits, except for those who came here looking for the cure. Jod nods. That's right. Thus, we can assume a common factor in how people are exposed to these seeds. Many villages get their food from the same territory. Tristan slowly shakes his head. I don't think food is the problem. Take a look. He points at the map. We have the most cases of the disease here, here, and over here. Monsters mostly attack here and here. The cleric's finger travels down the map, tapping points along a fluid line. You see? The situation is most dire along the banks of the Gudrun River. Everyone examines the map closely. Aristil have mercy. Jod exhales slowly. Exactly. Along the river. That must be where the seeds come from their drinking water. Keston, the militia, most often finds monsters by the river, right? We used to think the monsters were just coming to the river to drink. But if what the cleric says is right, there are dozens of villages along the riverbanks, hundreds of people. How many are likely already infected? Are you suggesting we wait for them all to succumb to this bloom, Baron? Let's pray we can deal with the situation before that happens. We have to go upstream and find the source of this blight. Knock-Knock jumps at your words. Take me. I want to settle the score with the king. Keston straightens up and flexes his shoulders. If you allow me, Baron, I'd like to take the lead on this. I'll take the best members of the militia with me and sweep the woods along the river. We'll look under each and every rock if needed. After everything they've been through, these people deserve a chance to discover the source of their misfortunes. You have my permission, Keston. I won't deprive people of the opportunity to find the cause of their troubles. So we'll send him out on that. Thank you, my Baron. I hope you'll join us soon. Okay. Tristan, how did you find the link between the disease and the river? You see, Baron, these seeds are not the only sign of something abnormal at work. Remember the ruins where we first met? The glade near those ruins, full of huge flowers? Glades such as that tend to appear all over the stolen lands. Seems strange, does it not? Especially if we take into account that the magic seeds and the portals they create look like flowers themselves. Jod even called this disaster the bloom. I'd like to research this natural phenomenon, and perhaps... Tristan stops talking as loud, hasty steps are heard from the main entrance. What? Is this Keston back already? Your Grace, we have trouble. The peasants are rioting. Oh, great. Ugh, that's the only solution these nitwits could come up with? Don't worry, Baron. As long as they're not setting fire to the streets, we still have a chance of coming to a peaceful resolution. If you allow me, I'll go speak with them, do my best to calm the crowd down. And if peace doesn't prevail, your guards and I will stand with you. Let's go. I can hear their shouting even from here. Okay, well, this isn't good. Go up the Gudrun River to find Keston.
Arrest is in order.
The murmuring crowd takes up almost the entire square. The murmuring turns to shouts at your arrival, and a stone flies out of the crowd and strikes the cobbles at your feet. There he is, out at last. Damn his eyes. Did that Jod talk? People, please, hear me. Jod steps forward and raises his hands. Quiet down. His voice thunders over the crowd and the people fall silent, waiting. I am Jod Kavkin, humble servant of Aristil. I may be his grace's confidant, but I am also one of you, the people of this realm. The Baron is deeply concerned by your suffering, and he is doing everything in his power to... Lies! This ruler is the source of all our suffering. Once we get rid of him, the curse will be lifted. Curse? There is no curse, you fool. Are you so afraid that you'll take every rumor you hear as truth? Do you wish to know where to find safe haven in dark times? In faith, strong and pure. Pray to Aristil or your own gods. Cast away the wicked, lazy thinking that brought you to this point. Only together can we purge the evil seeking to take root in our hearts. People in the crowd look at each other uncertainly. Some close their eyes and put their hands to the holy symbols at their necks. People aren't dying from some curse, it's from strange magical seeds that carry a fatal disease. We just need to find out where they're coming from, then. The Baron is telling the truth, and always has. How many of us were saved by being warned of the coming disaster? Are you all mad? I myself came to the Baron for a cure. If you'd only seen the foulness they took out of me, you'd know this is not some curse. Silence, let your ruler speak. Please go on, your grace. I'm doing all in my power to protect this realm from the evils besieging it. I swear to you, we'll soon discover the truth and put an end to this. People exchange looks and nod slowly. It seems your words have calmed them somewhat. Enough. You don't care about us. You hole up in your castle in fear and refuse to lift a finger while us simple folk die like animals. If all you care about is your own hide, then go on. Flee with your tail between your legs. My neighbors may have fled like cowards, but the Baron is still here. He refuses to leave his people. Enough, all of you. The Baron has been fighting to protect us. I've talked to him personally. I've seen how much he cares. If we turn against each other, we're lost. Did you come here to hear yourselves talk? For shame. While you try to figure out why you all gathered here, at least let the Baron speak. Put your faith in me. Stand with me to overcome this ordeal, and I promise I will not let you down. The people before you look around at each other, nodding. You see a few peasants turn and leave quietly. A serpent's tongue, clear sign of Lamashtu. Thought we're getting somewhere. Did she grant you such cunning and hypocrisy in return for our lives? It's true, goblins dart about everywhere, putting up their filthy totems, and without a bit of fear, but it doesn't trouble our Baron. No, they can just put up their vile idols anywhere they want and carve honest people up for their wretched gods. Did you hear about the human cult of Lamashtu? The Baron declared war on them. Our lands are no place for wicked gods and their minions. Err is still the merciful. Forgive them. They are caught up in their own anger. Your Grace, they don't know what they're saying. Let's see. We let the... I guess we... we banished the cultist that was at Dumra's lodge, but we let everybody else go. If you care so much about my beliefs, maybe it's time we examine your altars of worship. We don't worship Lamashtu, though. Like, I feel like this is... If you care so much about my beliefs, maybe it's time we examine your altars of worship. Let me see your paragons of virtue who have the right to reproach me. For a moment, the crowd is silent. Then the people start exchanging glances and whispers. Some give you looks filled with fear and hate. Jod leans in. We've done all we can. Turns to the crowd, then presses his hands together in prayer. In the name of Aristil, I beseech you. Return to your homes, your families. You've suffered enough. Do not bring more strife upon yourselves. As the priest's speech comes to an end, a silence fills the air, which gives way to some awkward coughing and the shuffle of feet as the crowd begins to disperse. Some risk a glance at you as they go. Others hide their faces as they hastily leave the square. Okay. I think we resolved that.
My strength fades.
Jubilast? I've brought a petitioner with me, Marcel Tinch, a famous expert on everything regarding alcohol and the beverages which feature it. Our impatient guest wanted very much to speak with you in person and tell you all about his project. Marcel Tinch, the halfling before you, looks young, but his sharp eyes framed by slight wrinkles gives away the petitioner's considerable age. Lamar nods politely, sweeping the floor with his beret and showing off an emerging bald spot. My respects, Baron. I beg your forgiveness for how boldly I sought our meeting, but I could hardly trust anyone with the fate of my beloved new child, which appeared to me in a waking dream as I walked your lands. You see, I was traveling through on my way to Brevoy when, to my surprise, I discovered a most curious detail. It turns out that many spicy and bitter herbs, which I and my colleagues use in our work, grow wild in these lands. Wineberry, goatweed, gentian. Lamar bends his fingers, enumerating the plants, then waves his hands. Ah, these names probably tell you nothing, but to me, oh, for me, this rich list is like a splendid palette, the foundation upon which a true masterpiece might be built. Your Grace, I once imagined settling in Brevoy, but your lands have truly inspired me, and now my greatest dream is to open a shop in this very capital. With a bouquet you can easily gather nearby, I can easily create a new beverage, true ambrosia for any halfling. Only one thing is holding me back, lack of financial resources. I hope that now, upon hearing my request, you and your respected treasurer will not refuse a humble artisan a little assistance. Of course, in exchange for a future percentage. Lamar bows deeply once again. I shall eagerly await your decision. Do you want to hear my opinion? This business will fail. Halfling alcohol is like fruit juice for the other races. It's nothing like your dwarvish stout. You want to take a risk and put your money on halfling drunkards? Well, it's your barony and your business, but remember, if you give this trader the money he asks for, then tomorrow there will be 10 more at your gate just like him. You can get some economy and relations for 100 build points. And we get a halfling brewery building. I don't know. There's probably other stuff we could use the build points for. Let's deny this one. Jublas silently nods in response. Phew, okay. Let's take care of our resting before we do anything else. Then let's go get caught up at our table. Keston's still standing here. I thought he went to look for cause of our problem. Maybe he didn't go personally. Okay, he's just about done. She's got a week. Got monster sightings. So we can just barely get her on that before the end of the month. Forest Fae. Benevolent Fae have blessed their crops and helped treat their animals and live with them as neighbors. Peasants. Rim's probably still busy for a while, yeah. Mystic circles. Mysterious news. The local citizens are complaining of gigantic multicolored mushrooms. First, circles of such mushrooms were found far away from dwellings, but now they've begun to grow on the walls and roofs of local houses. Ooh, we need Harim for that. Well, we could cancel that. I don't know. I don't like ignoring problems, but we've already put quite a bit of time into this. Let's skip one day here, at least. Tristan failed. Shoot. -1 to all of those. Lindsay has a suggestion. She's worried about one of our friends. Okay. Hello, Your Grace. Feels strange. It's amazing I can just go and have a chat with an actual Baron. I wanted to talk about Ekun. I'm worried about him lately. Although worried might be too strong a word, he is way too gloomy. Even more so than usual, if that's possible. Life without a family must be hard for him. But he is not completely alone. He has us. I know we can't replace what he lost, but we must remind him that we are here and he can talk to us. What are you getting at? What I'm getting at is that we should hold a merry revelry and use the opportunity to talk to him, heart to heart. If we just invite him for a drink, he'll no doubt refuse, so we must organize everything in secret. We'll gather guests, prepare food and drink, bring Ekun, and have so much fun. I'll even bring my loot. What do you say? You're right, I can't stand looking at Ekun's glum face any longer. Time to cheer him up. Wonderful. As we know, great minds think alike. I've talked to Alina, the innkeeper, and she's happy to help us. Although between us, I'm not sure what made her so enthusiastic. Anyway, you should talk to her. And I should go and think what I'm going to play. One more thing, don't be late. I fear if we don't pull Ekun out of his mood now, it'll be too late. Feast of Feast. Who should we ask to prepare food and drinks, if not Alina? Her inn is famous for its cooking throughout the capital. Let's see what she has to offer. Okay, well, we can do that. Gonna finish up here, though. Got it. New project to support the treasurer's endeavors. Oh, this is ranking up economy. How are things looking? Community. Military. Divine. I guess I'm not entirely... I think it must be these 5 that we need to get ranked up, I guess, to some level. I don't know if it's all to 3 or past that. And then to open up our other 5 advisors for these 5 things. I'm not sure about relations. The regent covers matters of relations. Oh, and we'll ask to assign a grand diplomat. I guess I should just read these, maybe. The regent will ask to assign a grand diplomat when the community rank reaches 4. Arcane, okay. High Priest will ask to assign a Magister when the Divine rank reaches 4. General will ask to assign a Warden when the Military reaches 4. So we need to get those to rank 4. Culture. Grand Diplomat. Wait, okay, so we need the community to rank 4 to appoint a grand diplomat, and then the grand diplomat needs to get to rank 4 to assign a minister. Wait. Oh, what? Yeah, okay. When relations gets to rank 4, then the Grand Diplomat will assign a minister for espionage. I think I got that now. Alright, well, we could just finish off this over here. Counselor awaits in the throne room. Opportunity, okay. There's something important I wanted to discuss with you. Meeting your eyes, Tristan looks away as if perplexed. It's not easy to admit, but recently the barony has grown so much that I feel it slipping my grasp. Okay, here we go. Please ease my burden by finding someone for the position of Curator of Arts and Education. It's a huge weight off my shoulders. I have other news as well, which I'm sure you will find agreeable. As you know, our neighbor Galt has been in chaos for years. Their ever-changing rulers destroy that which goes against their fickle doctrines, including scientists and creators. But one of them was recently able to escape to your lands. He's the publisher of a newspaper whose headquarters in Galt were burnt down after false accusations of slander. He wishes to move to the capital where he will enjoy your protection, and in exchange he has offered to found a new printing house. He escaped Galt with his plans for a printing machine with him, and is ready to start his business here. With your permission and help, of course. I think it's a wonderful opportunity not only to get our own newspaper, but to help an innocent man get back on his feet. What do you say? Yeah, we have Lindsay's printing shop. Why do we need another one? Lindsay publishes books, not newspapers. I doubt she'd be interested in this kind of endeavor, and our guest from Galt specializes in it. We can get some culture for that. Sure. It would be well to open a printing house in the capital. Wonderful. I shall immediately send a messenger to the poor fellow and inform him of your decision. You have saved another soul from hopelessness and despair. Balkan's here. Unfazed by the awkward silence, Balkan searches through his bag for quite a while. Finally, he pulls out a sizable brown paper package. There you go, a little something from old Balkan. Oil of enhancement 2. Remind me who you are. Potions, yeah. Guess we don't get to pick what kind of potions. So we unlocked culture, I guess. So we can we assign a advisor now? We didn't get anything to 4. Well, I guess Tristan was ready for some help anyway. Curator oversees education in the barony and also supports the fine arts. The curator also cares about the mark the barony leaves in Golarian's history of arts. Put Lindsay or the storyteller or Jathal. Lindsay'd probably like being in charge of that. Sure. So we can rank up loyalty. Get someone on this before the end of the month. Only 45% chance, but I'm not going to spend a crisis point on that. I guess we're going to fail this one, but hopefully it won't be too big of a deal. Curator needs your help. Okay. Jeez. Just trying to get to the end of the month, people. Lindsay waves her hands in excitement. Finally you have your own advisor for cultural affairs. I am so happy you entrusted this to me. First of all, art in our barony is not doing so well. People care more about the soil and what it can give them and not about affairs of the spirit or the life of the mind. But we can fix this. Your subjects just need a gentle nudge in this direction. You just have to spend a little money and time on education. Open private schools, offer classes at temples, or even invite foreign teachers to the capital. Anything will be better than what we have now. What do you say? Yeah, we can open schools. I don't want my lands to be inhabited by uneducated bumpkins. We'll do just that. We can build a school for free now. I wonder if we need to actually build that printing house as well. Okay, we can rank up culture. Okay, let's take a look in here. Printing house, we need to build. School is free. We should. Why can't we build it? +1 to divine when adjacent to a shrine, +1 to military when adjacent to barracks. Don't have either one handy here. We have negative. How do we get to the negative? I guess from those. Does it let us go into the negative when we spend them on those, when our counselors are asking us for help? Well, let's at least get back to positive. Then maybe it'll let us build the school then. Can I? Okay. There we go. Oh, we do have a shrine right there. Okay, perfect. Printing house, +4 to stability. For lawful, +4 to loyalty. For chaotic. +2 economy and culture. Alignment is neutral. So we could get +4 to loyalty, +2 to economy and culture. We don't have 328 build points though. Okay. Let's see if we can get back to the table, finish out this month. Or not necessarily finish the month, but finish her project here. Because then we can put her on. She failed. Shoot. None of the generals offers interested the artisan, and she decided to leave the barony. Okay. But we can put her on this now. Okay. I just saw that tip, press G to cancel current actions. There's been a couple of times where I've accidentally clicked, like in combat, and I haven't known how to cancel it. I'll have to remember that G. Okay, I think we're done here. Oh, we can upgrade another village now. So maybe we're not done here. Okay. Well, then we need to explore the Gudrun River. Maybe first we'll take care of this feast for Ekung and level up another town. And then we can head out on that next time. Okay, well, we did a lot of management here. the kingdom, but it needed to be done. And we kind of know a little bit more now about this disease. We can at least investigate the river. So anyway, thanks for being here and watching. I really appreciate it, and hope to see you again. Bye-bye.